The blanket stitch is worked over a multiple of 3 plus 1 stitches. So I've started with just a base of single crochet stitches to work into. I have 16 single crochet here because a multiple of 3 would be 15. 3 times 5 is 15, and then we need to add 1 onto that. So that makes us 16. That's a multiple of 3 plus 1. We have 16 stitches here. That's what I'm starting with. And now I'm going to start my actual blanket stitch. So I'm going to just change my color here, and I do that by just doing the last yarn over and pull through of the last row with a new color. This way you can just see how each row looks by changing the color every row. Okay, and now I'm going to turn. The blanket stitch needs to start with a double crochet, but of course you can't start a row with a double crochet. So you can either chain 2 or 3, whatever makes you comfortable, or what I do is I do a doubled chain 2. So to do that, I insert my hook into the very first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, and I have 2 loops on my hook. Now I yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and then you see how there's these 2 little loops right here that are coming off of the loop on my hook? I'm going to insert my hook into the farthest one, so right under just that part. Okay, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's a doubled chain 2, and that's going to count as my very first double crochet. Now I'm making a double crochet into the next stitch, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then my repeat section is going to be skip 2, single crochet 2 doubles into the next stitch. I'm going to do that across until there's only 2 stitches left. So I'm skipping 2, and then I'm going to put a single and 1, 2 doubles into the next stitch, skip 2, put a single and 2 doubles into the next stitch, skip 2, a single and 2 doubles into the next stitch, skip 2, single, maybe, single, 2 doubles into the next stitch. Okay, now there's only 2 stitches left, so I skip 1, and into the very last stitch I'm just going to put 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2. I'm not going to finish that very last one because I'm going to change my color. So we're going to change the color, and now this row is our repeat row. This row we're about to do is the row we just keep doing over and over again. It's a 1 row repeat, which is really simple. So again, we need to start with a double crochet, so I'm going to do a doubled chain 2, and again you can do a chain 2 or chain 3 if that makes life easier for you. So I just pulled up a loop in my first stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, insert my hook into this farthest loop here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. There's my doubled chain 2, and now I'm going to put a double crochet into the next stitch. Now skip the 2 double crochet and put a single and 2 doubles into the next single crochet. So single and 2 doubles. Okay, skip the next 2 doubles, put a single and 2 doubles into the next single crochet. Skip the 2 doubles, put a single and 2 doubles into the next single crochet. Skip the 2 doubles, put a single and 2 doubles into the next single crochet. Okay, now there's only the 2 stitches left. We're going to skip one of them, and then into the very last stitch, which was our double chain 2, I'm going to put 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Okay, oh, but I want to change my color, so I'm not finishing off the second one. I'm going to grab the next color, and yarn over and pull through in the next color. There we go. All right, and so now that yellow row was our repeat row, and you're just going to keep on repeating the yellow row, the repeat row, over and over till you hit the size that you like. I'm going to make a few more rows in some different colors, and then I'll come back, I'll show you what it looks like with several rows completed, And then I'll also show you how to put a single crochet row across the top if you want to have a little straight top on it. All right. So here we have our blanket stitch with a different color every single row. So we started off with a foundation row of just single crochets, and now I did the blanket stitch with a different color every row. I also really like the way this looks if you do 2 colors of each row. And of course that also means you can carry your colors up the side. But if you do 2 colors of each row, you can see how with this pink and yellow you would get a little bean right here, and with this green and blue you get kind of a little bean right there. So I kind of like the way that looks too, changing colors every other row, every 2 rows, because each little set of 2 rows kind of join together into one fun little kind of bean shaped stitch. Now this is a really easy stitch to add a border on top of, because all you need to do is put a stitch into every stitch. So I'll show you how to make a top border of single crochet. I'm just doing my last yarn over pull through of this row in my border color, and then I'm going to turn. Now all you need to do if you're going to do a single crochet is chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. It's just getting me up to the right height, and then single crochet in each stitch across. Since this didn't count as a stitch, I still need to put a single crochet into the very first stitch. Now because I started with 16 stitches, I should also end with 16 stitches, right? So I have 2, 3, 15, this is my last stitch, 16. All right, so I know I didn't make any mistakes anywhere. Well, most likely I didn't make any mistakes anywhere because it looks good, and I ended with the same number of stitches that I started with. So here you go. Here's a nice little section of a blanket stitch.